Once there was a great ancient land called Syracuse, which was on the island of Sicily, which was near Greece. It rested on the coast of the island, here. Here there was born a man called Archimedes. The name Archimedes derives from the Greek elements and, meaning master, and to think, to plan, respectively. Unfortunately, none of us on set speak Greek, so we had to bleep out the pronunciation. In his time, Archimedes was known not only as a brilliant man, but some thought of him as slightly crazy, loony, if you will. He was a man of many talents, and he was also capable of deep thought. Out of the many feats Archimedes successfully achieved in his lifetime, one of his most well-known accomplishments was confirming to the king his suspicions of having the wool pulled over his eyes, of his being bamboozled. To demonstrate how Archimedes achieved that feat, we will use Dante. Say hello, Dante.
Hi.
You see, at the time, King Hiero II commissioned a dishonest goldsmith to craft for him a votive crown out of pure gold. King Hiero suspected that the goldsmith substituted part silver instead of using the gold he was given, so the king requested that Archimedes find a way to measure the crown's weight and density without damaging the piece. Archimedes had his brilliant thought of discovery in the same place most of us have our brilliant ideas, in the shower. But, in his case, a bathtub, considering that he lived in the 200s BC. Unfortunately, our sponsor will not allow us to show Dante actually taking a bath. Archimedes realized that when he got into the bathtub, his weight displaced a certain amount of water around him, so he concluded that he could also figure the accurate weight of the king's crown using the same method. All he needed was the true amount of gold to test the waters before the crown. Once he realized the answer to the king's question was attainable, Archimedes was so overjoyed that he jumped up and ran around the city screaming, "Eureka! Eureka!" meaning, "I've found it." In his excitement, though, the great thinker forgot to dress himself from his bath, and actually ran through the city as he came from his mother's womb. Unfortunately, our sponsor also demands that we shirk our responsibility of being historically accurate and censor this section as well. Archimedes was known to many as the Wise One on account of his love of mathematics. It is said that he inherited his love of math from his father, Phidias. Archimedes loved math and science so much that he discovered all sorts of new theorems and mathematic equations. Using mathematics, Archimedes invented a large, crane-like machine rightly named the Claw of Archimedes. Using it, he could, in essence, pick enemy ships up out of the water, then drop them. Most of the time, this sunk the ship. Unfortunately, we did not have the budget to recreate this invention, much less find a real ship to sink, so we will use what we have instead. Due to insufficient information, that last one might not be true. Among these many great feats of science, Archimedes also had the opportunity to study at the Library of Alexandria. He stopped Rome from invading and invented the first printing press. Unfortunately, due to insufficient information, that last one might not be true. According to the internet, Archimedes discovered and mathematically proved the formulas for the volume and surface area of a sphere. Too bad he believed the Earth was flat. Unfortunately, due to lack of documented evidence, we are not entirely sure that he actually believed that, but we can be fairly certain that he gave us the internet. Archimedes actually died while contemplating a mathematical diagram. The city was being captured by Roman forces. A soldier entered Archimedes' quarters.
My leader wants to see you.
Hold on. I have to finish this problem first.
And after refusing to accompany the guard to see General Marcellus, The soldier killed him with his sword. Finally, Archimedes was a great inventor of weaponry. Among other things, Archimedes designed and built a mirror system to focus sunlight on oncoming enemy ships. It was sometimes known as the Archimedes heat ray.
So you see, he merely puts the sunlight in this series of mirrors, and the sunlight will be caught in these mirrors and directed at whatever it is you want to burn. For instance, a boat, and it would also work with cottages, bales of hay, and many other things.
Witches?
Yes. And what else will burn?
More witches.
Precisely.